Hello chess friends, today I will show you an insane chess game of AlphaZero and Stockfish. The brand new AlphaZero have 4050 ELO ratings on the chess and I have 4023 ELO with neural networks. In this game Alpha played Sicilian defense against me, and this is your 100 IQ chess puzzle. Solve the puzzle and comment me. Let's go. I started with e4, we have c5, in Sicilian defense there is many openings started with d4 e6, knight here knight f6, or you can choose dragon Sicilian defense. Here I played knight to f3, Alpha played e6, Alpha want to play d5 and knight here. I played d4, pawn takes, knight takes d4, Alpha brings his queen on b6, knight goes to b6, a6, bishop to e3, targeting this queen, Alpha gives a queen check, knight retreats on c3, d6, here you have a choice to make queenside pawn progress, and develop your pieces, bishop here, castle, so, I played knight to d2, I want to play knight c4, so after knight d7 I played knight here, queen back to c7, a4 knight here, a5 bishop here, queen up to d4, I can play castle on my next turn and my strategy is to target the pawn with 3 pieces, therefore I will push my kingside pawns to start attacks. Here Alpha played castle, bishop to d2, queen here, I choose to play short castle instead of long castle, which is also a good move, rook slides to e8, rook to d1, e5, queen backs, I am threatening to target this d6 pawn, so, Alpha responded with knight c5, he is threatening my e-key pawn with 3 pieces, so, bishop takes c5, queen takes, knight on b6. Rook slides, knight jumps into d5, I want to play b4, then bring your rook, to get active on c-file, I can also push the f-pawn to stabilize the situation, Alpha takes the knight, knight takes d5, bishop backs, I played b4, queen backs, queen slides to b3, I want to push my queenside pawns to create some problems for black, Alpha put his rook on king home, okay c4, rook on a8, I don't know why he is just moving his rooks like this, maybe his intention is to open the f-file after moving king, okay. Rook to c1, bishop on e6, I could play b5 but I choose to play g3, you might say, that playing g3 I create white square weaknesses for my king, but, I have the light square bishop to control these squares, now I want to push the h-pawn, and c5 if takes, then rook takes, Alpha fears it and he retreats his queen on her home, so, I played h4, my new tactic is to play queen e3, then knight here to target this, if rook slides, then push the b-pawn to create a warrior, I will make a passed pawn with 2 versus 1. And black will face problems on a file, so, in this position, Alpha moved his rook on c8, queen on a3, king slides to h8, threatening to play f5, so, knight back to e3, protecting this square and targeting this pawn, so, queen to c6, targeting this pawn, I moved my bishop back, if you willing to take the pawn, let me show the variation, if queen takes pawn happen, then bishop g2, queen backs, bishop takes b7, and that's it is 3 versus 1 on queen side. It means that I can make 2 passed pawns, if rook here then simply move back your bishop, so black cannot sacrifice his bishop on h4, so the pawn can take it, because it's not pinned to the king, so, in this position, we have bishop to e7, knight here bishop backs, rook ups, and after some moves later, we have knight to d5, queen backs and knight e3, we are just managing our time by making pre-moves, we have queen to c6, queen here, bishop here, knight joins, backs, rook ups, king here. Alpha can play g5 on his next turn, if takes, then bishop takes, try to open the g-file and activate the bishop, so, rook to b1, h5, queen slides to f3, g6, c5, if you think it's a free pawn, let me show the variation, if you take it, then b5, sacrificing another pawn, if a takes b5 happen, if Alpha thinks that wow, I win 2 pawns, then slapping Alpha with bishop takes b5, your queen will be trapped, if you try to save it, for example, queen d6, then knight to f6 check, targeting the king and the queen at the same time, so, back to the position, here we have bishop to g4, queen on c3, g5, knight backs, takes, knight takes, takes, queen b3, targeting this pawn. Here if you think, the king is in danger, let me attack your king. If you go for my king and play 1200 move, then queen takes f7 check, rook blocks, queen check, here, check, slides, check, takes, backs, and it will be checkmated. So, in this position, we have king g7, rook takes d6, queen takes, bishop here, backs, rook to d1. If you think, the king can be targeted by my queen and these pawns, take it or move the pawn. If you take it, then takes, where is the attacks? Ha, rook here to target this pawn, it is the black king who will face problems. So, chess friends, if you want more episodes, then you can like and subscribe to my channel to reach me 100k subscribers as soon as possible. Also, rook batter is pressuring on this bishop, rook to e8, Alpha can play bishop here to target the rook, we have bishop takes b7, rook slides. Here I could play c6, then queen here, if takes then rook takes bishop, takes, takes, rook takes, then simply move your pawn to target this and promote this, but, in this position, I played rook d7, my another strategy is to sacrifice my bishop on e4, then targeting this f-pawn with two supporters. Let me show the variation. If you play 1200 elo move h3, then bishop to e4, sacrificing the bishop, queen takes, then queen takes check here, check king here, queen check, slides. And the game will be over, which is called checkmate. So, back to the position, we have rook to e7, c6, rook takes, takes, h3, queen a2, bishop here, Alpha is sacrificing his bishop, rook takes, rook to f8, I played rook takes f7, queen to e2, king here and takes, backs, here. And after some moves later, we have queen g5 check, it is repetitive checks to the king, there is threefold repetition checks, and that's it, both side can't make progress, the king is totally safe in there. And the black king will not leave the e-file, we both agreed with a draw. Wish you all the best, thanks for watching, subscribe for more, bye bye, take care, see you soon.